Hello everybody, hello and welcome to Disco Elysium. It is time for yet another adventure, shall we? So, a couple of disclaimers I want to put at the very start here. As you might be able to read in my title, assuming you can read, I will just guess all of you can read. Can you? This is still a first playthrough in my consideration. I started this game several times already, but I never got past the hotel and seeing the body. So, stuff you can easily encounter within the first hour of playtime. In case you're wondering why I've... Wait, do you wonder that? No, you couldn't wonder that. I've got like roughly 5 hours into the game from starting it over and over again, but I never really got anywhere with this game. Not because I didn't like it, not because other games came along and I forgot and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let's try playing this on stream. Let's get ourselves honest, let's motivate ourselves to keep going by actually starting this game on stream. And maybe we can actually get somewhere with this then. So, let's just go for a new game there. Don't plan on continuing anything because we are just going to start. And, as the title may or may not suggest, okay, wait, the title doesn't it, but my go live notification does suggest this. We are going for something that most people that only play through this once will probably not go for. We are going for a hobo cop. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're going for a... Okay, so the continue is just continue creation from there. We're going for a dumb, aggressive brute. That's the plan. Also, do you think this game is better played with a controller? The Furies are at home in the mirror. It's their dress. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown it.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay, that's by the way one of the other reasons why I thought right now might be a good point in time to play this game. Because as you know, my throat's still kind of fucked up, low-key fucked up, but still fucked up. So I thought to myself, a game where the game does a lot of the narrating for me might actually be a good idea.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Well, guess we're simply keeping on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle. Soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Yeah, you know what, we don't want that right now. I don't need that in my non-existence right now. Back into the fathomless deep.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just nice women.
I like nothing, or how about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Speaking of smooth, let's move our screen a little closer. LNZ, let's go!
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Look, I'm tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of
The
death.
song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Stop! I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone! Cut my head off! It's trying to murder the rest of me!
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Guess we're gonna open our eyes now. What an opening, what a beginning to any game ever. And there he is, our protagonist. In all his naked glory. Wait, is he wearing at least? Okay, for a second I was worried I would get in trouble with Twitch because... Okay, Twitch, this is just a very skin-colored underpants. We're also wearing socks, so we are not naked. This is alright. This is alright. Oh, I guess this is my tie. Give me my tie. You know what? Give me that.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Oh, so we do have a possibility here. So, a little bit about this game, from as far as I know. Also, I just now noticed that my webcam is covering up part of the screen, so that's not good. Let me switch over to the Chaos Couple. There we go. Oh, and where is my webcam now? Okay, give me a second. I do kind of want to figure this one out. Can I refresh the scene? Maybe if I go between... No, that did nothing. But I kind of don't want to cover up the text. Webcam and tag. There was a way to refresh the scenes, right? Default. Ah, god damn it. Capture audio only? No, that's not what we want to do. You know what? Okay, you know what? Other plan. I don't know why it's not showing right now. We are just going to go back here to full screen. And I am just real quickly unlocking the scene. Wait, that's the wrong scene. That's the wrong scene. Give me a second. Sorry, excuse me for the interruption. Professional streamer at work here. And there we go. This will do it. This will be fine for now. Because I will just assume that the top right corner of the screen will be a little less important. So you can all see all of the text. So I guess we're gonna try to grab the tie if we're going for a physical character anyway.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Okay, let's try to pull on the light bulb.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
Yeah, no, let's
The
turn the
lights
lights off.
are off.
So, let's leave this then. Oh, I think that's probably gonna be my trousers. And where are we stumbling to? Hold tab to highlights. Okay, so I think this game will probably be better to play with keyboard as I originally expected. So, yeah, let's dress up by grabbing our pants. Could you go over to Sad Pants? I think it's currently confused with the controller. Game? Would you be so kind to stop that? Right, now you're not... Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going back to controller now.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Alright. Okay, so if you might already be able to tell, this game has somewhat of a choose your own adventure book kind of vibe. And we're speaking of a very specific type of choose your own adventure book, those that actually had stats. Yes, these kinds of books did exist. Come on. Are you doing it now or not? I don't know, it does feel very wobbly to control right now. And
the window stands broken in its frame.
Part of that
Cold
might
wind
be
blows in.
intended, but it feels a little more wobbly than it's possibly intended right now.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Assess the damage. Oh.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own
A
hands?
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Let's assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
And this is our first option, our first chance to really become Hobocop. I don't need it. I don't need anyone!
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
Well, ooh, do we have more liquor here? Oh. What's this? Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Is reel-to-reel tape player still on, rolling empty? Well, I guess we have one shoe now. Ah, what do we have here? Oh. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. It should stand a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liquors. Hey, and there's my shirt. Almost looking like a human again.
A mirror
Almost.
hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Let's wipe the mirror. Or we could not wipe the mirror. I do know about this part because that's a part that a lot of people mention in reviews, that if you don't wipe the mirror or don't interact with the mirror, you never uncover the portrait of your character at the bottom left corner of the screen, which is kind of funny.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe you should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Or I don't care. You know what? I don't care is the Hobocop kind of way.
Behold,
Behold
you have no
indeed.
idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it, the face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, keep making the face. Nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody tells Hobocop what to do. Not even Hobocop.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
Worth it. I promise or I promise lie. I love it. Okay, I promise lie. Oh, you know what? No, we are more direct. No one tells Hobocop what to do.
That's right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order.
Jesus Christ. 3% succession rate? Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression or attempt to stop the expression from happening. Okay, so I think I would rather try to know what the expression is all about.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Feel like we can try to stop it.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Well, guess we're gonna let the mirror be for now. Ah, glorious. So, well, with the mirror out of the way, let's move on with our lives. Lives of Hobocop. Is there something like a jacket here? Maybe, because in my little picture on the bottom left corner of the screen I do have a jacket. Oh, okay, we are a little faster now. Oh, what's that? Hobocop wants it. There's something on the table. Alright. Hey! Hobocop just got some spare change. What do we have here? Oh, I think we just exited to the balcony. Alright. Smell of the sea makes you feel dizzy. Ah, and there's my shoe. You know what? Since we are here already, might as well.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Ah, yes. Oh. Hello, lady. I think I can't talk to you from up here, right? No. Okay, then let's go back inside. Can I go back inside? Ah, yeah, there. The controls with a controller are kind of janky, but what can you do? Because for some reason I don't think we can even really go back anymore. You know, let's
Hello,
see.
officer.
Hello there. I am the officer, yes. Hobocop's an officer, definitely.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer? I'm military personnel?
No.
Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it!
Okay, cool. I won't.
Good. Now, how did you know I was a police officer?
First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth. But you can keep it down because your body does not control you.
It's a small wonder I'm able to even formulate this very thought, but I'll be fine. How did you know I was a cop?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it.
What kind of business?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh god, you know what? Goddamn right, I'm a policeman, hobo cop. Okay, kids and young adults and all men out there, don't do this. This playthrough is not meant to set an example for all of you. Rather, a negative example, if anything. So, let's try the expression on her.
Try the expression. Come on. Why
Oh
are
my
you
god,
still
we actually
doing
made
this?
it. I am a Death Star bloated iguana and still does the longing ever stop?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette.
Oh. Well, guess we are never gonna know why. She knows why if why she knows why if that we're a cop.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes?
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raised an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on alright. No, it mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry? No, Hobocop is not sorry. Not ever! You say wounded. Do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
She's humoring us. She's not actually meaning it. This is just her humoring us.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Sounds like you were in some real fundamental pain there, muscle man.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you can go.
Glad to have been of assistance.
And there we go. Oh, Did she leave a cigarette for me? Still smoking. Give me. I'm the Hobocop. Hobocop needs a smoke. What's there? Can we open this door? No. Can we open her door?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
While this would certainly be funny, that would be too miserable even for Hobocop. Oh, I'm so alone.
The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care. Still no answer.
Okay, let's see how hard we can go.
Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do. Not to mention, great exercise.
God, this game is glorious. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper, Trompe le Monde. Ah, La Trompe le Monde. So what do we have down there? Okay, so these are our characteristics, our character sheet, alright. Okay, so we don't have enough skill points for anything yet. That's our equipment, and there is the quest log. Alright, gotcha. Okay, so for now, let's head down. Can I head down? Oh, I can't just physically move onto it. I have to interact with the staircase. Gotcha. Ah, and here we are, Hobocop in all his glory. Ready to start the day. Any day. Doesn't necessarily have to be this day, but he's about to start a day. This is what the lyrics should be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into. Speakers connected to the radio, the music is seasoned with
You
static.
should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is a man!
Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
This goes well with a theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Alright, let's see if I can actually do this. Oh wait, no. I want to... You belong here. Yes. This is very natural. Very natural thing to do. Elias, hey sir. Wait, why am I talking to you like you're a sir? I'm the only sir around here. I'm Hobocop.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koaris Skua."
That's a great skua, right? Yes, that's the most Hobocop answer. If there's any chance for us to prove how smart we are, then we'll do so.
Look, your buddy is over there.
Alright, he looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the
Why
floor.
don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop and I talk to whomever I please.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you a
No,
bartender?
I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Hobocop has no sense of tact. You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
Well, I no longer care. Goodbye. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, an healing item. We found something to heal ourselves with. Only the word Monday is written on it. So, let's go in here. The door is bolted. The sign reads kitchen reserved for personal until 13 o'clock. Well, 1 p.m. Inside you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, striker posters, sunrise pennants. Sign reads mess hall reserved for union member. Doors open at 4 o'clock. Alright, here we go. What else do we have here? Hobo cops ready to do some hoboing. Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful, dark liquid is spilled out. Ah, delicious dark liquid. Huh, nothing more? Alright. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and roll-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with 3.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Ah, yes.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
I think I need those pills more than he does right now. Right.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Yes.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
You never know when you might need a dock worker's ID.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Let's do
You
this.
slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore.
Is it too greedy to go for both? Hobocop's greedy.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy.
Hey, we almost made as much as we make in an hour already.
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Yeah, let's leave it like that. Well, we've got ourselves a dock worker shift card. Then issue dock worker shift card, doubling as a worker's permit. The bottom left corner holds a picture of the man this item used to belong to. The two of you look nothing alike, just so you know. Alright, so I guess we can't just pose as him that easily. Won't stop me from trying. Anything else? Oh, we've gotten thought.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you
Ah,
teary-eyed
there it
with joy.
is.
It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long, it's drink o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gatti to serve me up a beverage.
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it.
honestly think lick it, but only a little. It's almost more Hobocop than just licking it. We kind of have to lose ourselves to our addiction.
You lick it, but only a little. Only with the tip of your tongue, because you're a pleasure player. After 2 or 3 licks, the crust begins to melt, and a sweetness breaks loose. The sharp, titillating scent of alcohol rises to your nostrils. It's dizzying. You could definitely go for some more.
Uh-huh. What's this? The Royal Pinball Machine is unplugged. So, I need a beverage. Where do you think you're going? That's literally not what I tried to do there. The controls on this
The
game
man
are a little
plucks
wonky
at the
from time to time.
seabird, frowning.
No, I'm not the.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
But you can still pour me a drink, right?
I could if I were a bartender, but I'm not. I'm the cafeteria manager, so I won't.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like this is a dead end. I ain't getting any alcohol in here. Lousy business. Hello. You know what, let's talk to you first.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
You're not supposed to man the orange bomber jacket. Alright, if you really need me to start the plot.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are enigmatic white rectangles.
Okay, I think we are going to shake his hand just to prove how strong and manly we are.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Oh yes, let's invent a name for myself.
Okay then.
Oh fuck, I selected the wrong one. Can I go back? Ah shit, I went with I don't really know my name.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Not how to... Yeah, I just talked to him. No big deal.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean.
Yes,
Have you
the
mapped out
police.
the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
We could ask, but Hobocop is needlessly self-confident. Even if he doesn't know or knows that he hasn't done something, he'll go, I have, yeah.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. No. Look, man, you know...
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
Completely.
Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Look, Lieutenant, sometimes we can't get what we want in life, alright?
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
Don't worry about the body, I'll rip it
After
down.
it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of ripping is inadvisable.
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
Okay, we are not going to ask any questions because Hobocop is very certain, was very self-assured. Hobocop don't ask no questions. Hobocop just does things.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Pretend you found it. I have my badge, I'm a policeman and I have my badge.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Yes, definitely. So, we need to talk with you again. Can you fix me a drink now?
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you realizing he still doesn't know your name. Can I have a drink?
No, you cannot.
Officer, I was thinking more along the lines of your name.
I'm currently in between names. You know what? No, we're just not going to say anything.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Ah, yes, one of the many, many cafeterias where he bartends.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who? Me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Why did this Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you avoided the subject.
Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Okay, who killed him? He won't know that. Where exactly is the body? I'm not gonna admit that I don't know
Let's
that.
go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Okay, I could try to slip away, but considering we are Hobocop, I don't owe you shit.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
No, he called me something.
But you see, he didn't.
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
You are under arrest.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
Okay, you are not under arrest. What exactly is this money you keep talking about anyway?
What are you, brain damaged?
Actually, I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They are yours.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Fuck this place, I'll take my chances on the streets.
No, don't. There's no need. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
good luck.
He's just done with
By
it.
the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South,
You
maybe?
don't really know, do you?
I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless?
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster, I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop!
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Glorious. Okay, so let's check this out. And that is hobo cop. Oh, wait. Oh, we can start internalizing it. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsize, can be the shelf, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with large gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay your rent again. Never again here, you are drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Come home, you're embarrassing yourself. Downsides, are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Okay, let's try becoming a hobo cop. Glorious, the glorious hobo cop. Anything else here? No, does not look like it. Alright, looks like we're on our best way to becoming the hobo cop we always wanted to be. Time to leave! And there are some cracks in the boardway here. Somebody might want to take care of that. So, let's talk to you first, Kim. Kim, Lieutenant Kim. Hey, where are we going?
Yes?
Tell me about the case, Kim.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a damn thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing about it, only what you told me before.
Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yeah. No, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria.
Hello there.
The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Everything about honey. Hello.
Oh yes, the nice game, the lovely game.
Yeah, I thought this gives me a reason to maybe finally actually play through it.
Oh, it's a great game, sweetie.
I do know it's a great game, but I never had the time and or energy.
Oh, I hope you will enjoy it. I will make myself something to eat. You want something too?
Ah, thanks, but no thanks. I ate a durum on my way
Oh,
home.
that's right. Ah, how's my lovely boyfriend?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm doing very good.
You look like you're barely holding on.
I am barely holding on.
Oh, poor baby.
Everything's fine. I feel great. Like I said, and I'm not that. I'm just tired. I'm just dead tired.
Very fair.
Yeah, but you have a stream. I don't want to interrupt you.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing to worry about then. Have a nice dinner.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna make myself some toast.
Ah, delicious toast.
Yeah, the most comfort foods. And you viewers have a nice stream with the best man that even existed in the world.
Alright, so cute little interruption is over. Let's get back to the case at hand.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say we know who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the color?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Would you say this is a mysterious case? Like Massa?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Oh, I should stop doing that. It always messes up my camera right now. My webcam. Why not? Yeah, why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
White male in his 40s, what more do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Actually, I have all I need
Good.
for now. You seem to be following me, though.
Excuse me?
Beat it, you're cramping my style.
Frankly, Detective, you're in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without close supervision. In fact, under normal circumstances, I'd be duty-bound to report you. Take it as a token of good faith between our precincts that I haven't done so.
But what if I need some me time?
Some you time?
Time.
This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
On second thought, maybe I need someone to cramp my style every now and
You
then.
might. It's important not to let one's style interfere with their work.
Ah, well then. Oh, what do we do over? Some great tectonic forces crack the pavement like an eggshell. Alright, so, let's just... A heap of snow melt in a wheelbarrow. Let's just get this case going, shall we?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
I don't like that one of them is always highlighted like this. Like, it confuses me about which of them I'm actually on right now. I don't know why one is highlighted like this. Oh, maybe because it's a test. Okay, gotcha. I do now appreciate that one of them is highlighted like this.
Cop habit. You look at everything.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Reconstruct the movement.
Cop habit. You look at everything.
Oh wait, no, I want to do this.
No. These tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Well, guess we're going then. What do we have here? Ah, yes. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy, a human being decomposed. Ah, yes, there it is. Lovely, isn't it? And dairy is the most annoying child in the history of children. Excuse me. So,
Kuno's got this.
the boy throwing rocks at a dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno.
Else the other kid behind the force. Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Stop that. Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthful.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You
Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Fucking Kuno.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
Are you kid siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You will
forces?
see.
Okay, I don't have time for this. What do we have here? Kid letters rickety but still climbable. Well, there's our corpse. The corpse that we're supposed to get take down.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Let go of your nose without throwing up. Yeah, you know what? We're trying it because we are Hobocop.
As you breathe in,
Oh.
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Let's inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that? A what?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
I should get a drink.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the rope part.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
I can't up with anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
I assume that. The two wanted him to stay there. Polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
My side.
Thank you.
Oh.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How did you even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above.
I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. Okay, let's
The
just...
cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Alright, let's take a look at the tattoos then.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to Innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal-caped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines
I
there.
have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
With a piece of rolled up photo paper, no larger than a pack of
The
cigarettes.
glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow of photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
What kind of boots are these?
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Okay, then what kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protection? Or maybe that's...
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic.
Material looked out of place
It
here,
is.
that's true.
It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby!
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
That is what ka-ching means, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It means disciplinary hearing.
Oh man, Kim, you're no fun.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the
A
boot.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Okay, time
The
to get
stench
myself a
fills
boot.
your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
He looks at you with a boot on
Pig's
the
gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
arm. Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
I'm no homo. I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not the detectives? There will be clues inside the boot.
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
What's going to happen to these boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Guess we're going to look him into his cold dead eyes. See, this, by the way, one of the reasons why, on one hand, I was holding off on that game. It's a stream game, but on the other hand, I think it's a good stream game right now. There's not all that much talking I've gotta do. It's mostly the game doing the talking for me. Maybe it will slow down on that front a little later on, but for now it is the game doing the talking, and I'm mostly here listening, drinking tea, and enjoying myself.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Lol. I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You're now, but who were you in your
A
life?
killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Coppo.
Where have
Into
you
the
gone?
wild pale yonder. In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination.
Ah, welcome to Imagination Land. Let's sing the Imagination Song. The Imagination Song! Imagination Song!
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
I hate you. You stink and you're
Do I
boring.
remind you of someone?
Myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you'll be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Glorious. The delirious cop talking to a fucking cop.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I do strike myself as a Rooney.
No, you don't. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten that? Who killed me?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Because he told me so.
You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Alright, fair enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Huh. So far, so much about that. I can already tell you these are all things that are new to me, I think, because for the first time ever I was actually able to get close to the corpse and not just vomit at its feet. So Hobocop already pays off.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting him. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
I don't know either. Maybe... Wait, no. We are committed by now. We keep on squinting.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax our eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree. Totally dead.
Totally.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to think. What do you cover now? Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Is that a normal amount of digestion? Because that sounds like... Yeah, that probably sounds like very little digestion, because if you take a shit as a grown-up man, a big shit, and you probably don't want to know that, it's probably 1 kilo plus. And it's probably not everything in your intestines, it's probably just the tip of the shit-stained iceberg. Why are we talking about this? Let's move on.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Alright, time to run. Damn right, I'm a...
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big's head is a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
He's beaten up, see the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
But it's this fat and chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could it still be he was moved after that?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Back off and catch your breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him
Sure,
down?
we finish the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
We have been through the Pharaoh. Do you have a plan for getting him down?
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yes, either one of us could do it. We could use the kid's ladder on the side of the tree.
I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Why?
Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on. Literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
I'm sorry.
Everything's alright. Cough yourself out.
Just got a coughing fit.
Yeah, very fair.
Everything's fine. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if it sounded like I'm dying.
Everything's alright. Never be sorry for having a cough.
Alright.
Fuck yeah, climb that shit, monkeys.
You having
See,
fun over
you're
there?
only making them
Of
do
course.
those things less.
I have to do very little talking during this game compared to any other stream, which is weird and unusual. I feel like I've probably only talked for like 5 minutes of this 1.5 hour stream so far.
I think you talked more, honey.
Nah. You're the only one making him do those things. Can you see it in the future, Kim? So we're not going to... we're going to just let those kids bully us into not doing our work.
What I'm proposing is, we save acrobatic tricks as the last resort, after we've tried everything else.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring multiple parts I've ever seen.
Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's wait there. Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah, bang bang time, pig, shoot his head off.
How?
I don't know, just, you know, shoot up there, maybe, point out the branch.
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Like the shotlet hand, what's the worst thing that can happen? I would like to ride, but he's sure as hell not gonna hand me his gun.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it. Take the shot.
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket. and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Oh ho ho. Shit's about to go down. Let's see
Securing
what.
it in place.
Let's see how good of a shot the lieutenant is.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Shoot that motherfucker down.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Oh damn it, get your shit together.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it.
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Can someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean, someone who's below. Yeah, exactly. Call it police.
Someone already did. You know who came? We did. Because we have made bad life decisions.
Oh, Kim Kitsuragi, he's hitting this shot now.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
I can try to shoot him down myself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
Gonna need your gun for this.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
I don't like this. He's asking me this question while he's loading his gun. Remember when I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up? I didn't have my gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Let's feel the weight.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
So, are we shooting the kid now? Please tell me we can shoot the kids. Please tell me that's an option.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger.
Well, time to point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your left eye first. Alright. Sounds like a good plan.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Point the gun at Kuno. Oh no, I think Kim is gonna kill me if I do that, so let's try. Hey! Hobo Cop! Did it again!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
What are you doing over there? You know what? I don't even need to know. Very fair.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Well, goddamn Karl Marx is the murderer. Let's file this case under solved.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
It's very sad that this time around, the first time that I really am trying to play this game, is a major fuck up, and so far my major fuck up has achieved more in 1.5 hours than all of my other attempts have done in a combined 5 hours.
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Who's laughing now, you little shit?
Fuck you, Corpale!
Despite her words, her tone seems celebratory. You've been policed.
Ace is high.
The lieutenant raises his hand right, waiting for you to slap. You know what? We are going to slap it. We are celebrating. I might be a hobo cop, but I can celebrate stuff that I have done.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were f***ed.
Yeah, well, yes, but the problem with it?
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
Oh, what now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the car.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
I can tell from personal experience, corpse smell is horrible. I've never smelled a human corpse though. Only a couple of rotting wasps, like an old trap, but Jesus Christ. When old wasp corpses rotting in alcohol can have that bad a stench, I don't even want to know how an actual full rotting corpse smells like. I can easily imagine that being too much for the average stomach to handle.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright, there you have your gun.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
Oh, how property was clearly used in the hanging. Okay, east.
Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Alright. What do we have there? Hey, you can autosave. Someone's trying to grow herbs in this house. Oh. Hey, money. Magnesium. Do we have here? Just going around. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for years.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Well, so much for that. Does not look like I can go over there just yet. So, hey, looks like we might actually be able to ramble for a moment. Why can't I move anymore? Okay, I just can't move over that bush. Fair enough, fair enough. So, a couple of things we can do. Oh, wait, looks like we can level stuff up. Hand-eye coordination. Ready, aim and fire, alright. Or physique stuff. Alright. Oh, we've got... Okay, I think I kind of wasted a couple of points there. Physical instrument. I do wonder, do I have categories of... Oh, okay, so much for that. We have several categories for stuff here. No new tools. Interact. Ah, yes, the photo. Gotcha. And then we have just a bunch of quest log notes. And we are... Hey, what's that? Ace high. The interlineal Civil War was not the first war to see the use of these aerostic aircrafts on both sides, but it was the longest for 8 years for multi... Okay. And the arcade... The Ace High was a custom when the revolutionary strike performed by squadron mates after landing. Lieutenant can relax it. Why is that? Okay, we could start internalizing it, but I see no real point to that right now. Oh. God damn it. For some reason, it sometimes just does not get me to the thing that I want to interact with. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot something near the crime scene, something that I usually use to check out. So let's do that first. Ah yeah, this one. The container. I want to interact with this game, please. The letter R wears a crown and a ribbon below, a light above descending. And then we have
this trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Just a trash container. There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say pry bar?
Fuck yeah, pry bar!
Pry bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more, as you've done so many times.
Not or. Pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
Glorious. I mean, I want to go back to his little car anyway to use the shortwave. There are a couple of items we might be missing. No, I think we are... Oh, yeah, we are interacting with the car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Let's open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Okay.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Hi Alice, this is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
I need to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Garth give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Can you imagine? I don't know, sometimes it's astounding to me how much technology changed over the last 200 years. Like, just imagine, just remember that 200 years is not that long in the grand scheme of things. But over the last 200 years, well, let's say over the last 300 years, the world probably changed much more than it did over the last, let's say, 10,000 years, or let's not be that generous, let's just say 5 to 6,000 years. And before that, it didn't really change much for millions of years. So lots and lots of changes going on with us humans around. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
My god, I hate that sound effect. How long is she? Has she gone on break in the meantime? Is she on her lunch break right now?
Officer,
There
I
she
have
is.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Hello, it's the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Oh god, yeah, this is very horrible, but I kind of want to do it just to see where it goes. Hey, do you want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime?
No, absolutely not.
Damaged morale, glorious.
That came so fast, you can't but wonder what else she would be good at.
Yes, what would she be good at?
Baseball, ring-a-bell quiz shows, catching keys in the air, petting an angry cat.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun? When did it
You
happen?
were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
He stops, definitely not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Well, so much for that.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation."
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns."
Ah, he's right-wing. Gotcha.
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't the cops behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
What does this union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Wait, is it being a roof union? Is the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
I am the authority around here.
Okay.
She obviously doesn't want to challenge your authority. You feel much better. Tell me, what exactly did you let the cops hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling them?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
What other?
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
What kind of trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
I see. Don't worry about it, I understand.
You do? What else can I do for you?
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling? Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Alright, I think I got everything I need. Thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
I could try to find out why she's angry with me, but honestly, Hobocop don't care. Bye!
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Could you connect me to the 31st days? Brady thinks I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
It's not good.
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human to me, these numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir, over.
I need to report my badge
But
missing.
you said... never mind.
Yeah, I'm giving Kim mixed signals here, I know, I'm very quirky to read right now.
10-9, repeat message, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere, basically it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain, over.
10-22, the captain? This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other
You
one.
mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
I mean, the background sounds like he's losing his
Who
patience.
lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Officer lost his badge. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his
He
badge.
says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station.
I love how serious the telecommunicator guy is and tries to actually salvage everything I and the other guy are saying the entire time.
Mullen dicked us.
Can we just move on? I want to get a report and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all just please stop saying I lost his badge for a
He
moment?
asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough of this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, you know what? That's a very low roll, but I do want to try it. No, definitely didn't lose my gun.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it! Didn't lose my gun!
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
Nice.
We can do it, brother. You have it in the nerve endings in your hand. You just need to dig into your muscle memory.
Trick question. I'm a martial artist. My entire body is one because. Well, this certainly is funny. We are playing him like he commands authority. He doesn't get it because he's a giant fuckwit, but he does want authority. Try to imagine a weapon in your hand.
Click, your index finger goes as the thumb cocks the hammer. Click, cock, click, and then nothing. 3-shot probably. Needs reloading. Break it open.
Triangular barrel, 3-shot, hammer at the end. What else do you want from me? To tell you all about my wooden handle? Lay off, boys.
He's describing his paper box alright.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
No, I've worked too hard to admit now that I did lose my gun. I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It is Oh. Ah, shit, I accidentally pressed it. Alright, so much for that. It's paramount that he makes sure to grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Nothing is working.
Okay, I heard you. No
Anything else, sir? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. This is not leading anywhere.
Over. 10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
Okay, I'm not sure what he's referring to. Oh, fuck! Oh shit, I accidentally clicked on yes, then I've lost my gun. Oh shit.
Roger that. 10-10. Over
Ah,
and
for
out.
fuck's sake! Alright, well, guess it's a very fucked up guy's move to actually admit this by accident. Okay, well, guess. Pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy.
We don't respect any form of privacy. We're the Homocop.
God damn it!
The lieutenant moves quick as a viper and he switches off the radio and sets it on the prime line. Then he turns to you.
Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
He shakes his head furiously, staring at his feet. What about heavier foot?
You would be too if you had this motor carriage.
He snaps half seriously.
But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
He turns back to the cabin. Alright.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
I'm done with the radio.
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and...
Okay, I think we're done with the car for now. Because we need to talk with Garcia before we actually pick up the crowbar. Kind of want the crowbar still. Oi, you, Garcia, so whatever your name was. Give me a crowbar. I mean, open the trash can for me. Yes, definitely. The trash container on the Outback yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Yes, are you? Are you now? Please tell me the answer.
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me and it isn't callous, it's common sense.
Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What if I told you I'm a hobo, soon to be one, rummaging through the trash? Will you keep me out too?
Yes.
I need those leftovers to survive!
Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem.
Glorious, we need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Goodbye. How late is it, by the way? Okay, still not 1. I think that's when we can finally enter the kitchen. Oh wait, what's up with you, by the way? Now that I know my partner's no longer waiting for me, I will assume that you are willing to talk to me.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria. It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
No idea.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
I think your eyesight might be leaving you if you think this is the most beautiful city in the world. That or you haven't been to many beautiful places. But sure, go on, lady.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so.
Yeah, I thought that much.
Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
Definitely.
She looks flustered, her hands smoothing out the creases in her blanket, even as she attempts to reassure you. The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind, we're in this now. Outside, the melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first May bells blossom. You can feel it, a great cold. Then the shiver passes.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
A cop. We're living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Ah, good old-fashioned capitalism. Don't we all love good old-fashioned capitalism? Yes, lovely. Right, goddammit. Why am I using the zoom in effect so many times on the one day where I have to manually reset my webcam every single fucking time? God damn it. There's no government. How come there are cops? I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
If there's no government, how come there's cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Wait, there was a revolution? Wait, lady, stay with me! What about the revolution?
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Oh no. What is the revolution, you... Yeah, you know what, let's leave the old lady alone. Even Hobocop respect... you know what, no. What is the revolution?
Defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
But I am a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
How would you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crimes, helping people catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to get back to helping the people of Martinez.
Kim, of course! I forgot I had you!
Yes, and it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on. And, sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
What do you mean? I'm in the best shape I've ever been. Just look at those guns! Yeah, I don't really have many guns to show right now, because I haven't been able to work out for months now thanks to my COVID-stricken lungs. I'm kind of in a very bad shape right now. I hope I can start working out in July again.
And even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me.
Why? 3 bad heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
Gotta get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Alright then. Oh, looks like we've got an autosave. Alright, so we actually are making some progress on that case for once. Who would have thought? Who could have foreseen? There we go. Also, I need to unreport my lost gun.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, RoboCop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Yeah.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in RoboCop style. For extra content.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'm into hi-fi.
That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel chest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug. Look at the boxes.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No. Searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Okay, then let's look. Pick up the rack.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Are these my trousers?
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Oh, so that means someone with access to the trash container removed them.
Drop them in here, officer.
Back the trousers.
These are marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
Okay, he looks into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
This game has excellent writing, I do have to say.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all I think.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the wedding might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
All right.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Well, time for food waste!
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin.
What are you talking about?
I speak of the tongue.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order I don't take, though.
I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you?
He makes little quotation marks around the word, indicating he's unsure of its actual badassery.
Tell me, seeth your badass more in there, or are we done here?
Lieutenant peers into the trash.
Yes, and it will also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
Alright.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Ah. So, let's see. I should have my notes again, right? Okay, I can't level anything up right now, but what do we have here? No. The mark and there's my damaged ledger. This ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. How do I? Equip? No. Oh wait.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the aluminium. Why the fuck do is it the Americans or the Brits that call it aluminum? I don't know why, because this is not written aluminum. There is a second I there. Why would anyone call it aluminum? Run your finger across the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Aha!
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all. Thank you.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
I think the toilet paper is probably going to be a dead end, but might as well.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Let's browse the white paper.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Okay, looks like we're just starting things without finishing it.
What do you mean? Is that all?
There was a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes. It appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh my, they are written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Sure, give me more.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love those. Gets the blood pumping.
Yes, I could need some of that drug right now. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I'm not being serious.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Okay, I have to open official case.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper!
The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But
no matter, I'll just use the pencil.
Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Cross out the ones you've already
A
finished.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The furries are at home in the mirror.
Furies.
Oh, yes, the
well, I don't
furies,
know.
yeah.
I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
I mean the Hanged Man is kind of bland. You know what? Setting down.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so...
Okay.
Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual?
Alright, I guess we're going to go with the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Richie was just asking if he wants to order something, and I was.
Yeah, I've heard it. I think you want to order Mackie?
Maybe.
Yeah, go for it. I've already eaten, so I'm not going to order anything.
Fair.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Kim, all my case employ naming convention similar to what we use on ours.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I see you have named the case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
That's it?
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Hey Smiling, how you doing? I'm doing great so far. A little tired, had a long day at work, so we're doing a little bit of a more chill game, Disco Elysium, because I don't have to talk that much, since the game does a lot of talking for me. And my girlfriend is just vibing over there. I think probably, yeah, she is playing The Sims, as expected, because she had a test today, a big one, and just wants to relax right now, so I don't think she's gonna make any guest appearances. How are you doing? Are you still in the hospital? Did you get that beer you craved? Please inform me, tell me about what's going on in your life, while we are listening to the sound of Disco Elysium.
Judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks, too much more. Going back years. Decades even.
I'm done.
You don't exactly close them. So much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Man, I just saw one of my friends posting a photo of that place. The place that I used to spend my time with her. Man, I just saw one of my friends posting a photo of that place. Okay. Place. Wait. Are we talking about some kind of breakup or so? Because I don't think you ever mentioned a breakup or so beforehand. If you want to talk about it, feel free to inform me. I don't think we need to do that. You know what, let's just go for the yellow papers in the meantime.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
No, I just miss her. Alright, fair enough. Well, I hope you will get I hope you will do better soon on that front. Really need a damn cold beer right now. I mean, maybe you'll have better luck sneaking one today, and if not, I think it has been a couple of days since we last talked, so I assume you will probably be released from the hospital soonish, right? Because last time we talked, I think there was some kind of distinct end in sight. So once you're out of the hospital, you can definitely get that beer you so crave. Let's go for the misconduct.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Next Monday though, I mean, that's not all that long anymore. We do have Thursday already, so next Monday that's only 3 more days you need to get through and you're out. Then you're free to do whatever you want to do, so stay strong just a little longer. Or be sneaky right now. Those are your 2 main options.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
Huh. Oh, nothing to thank me for. I'm just trying to look at the positive sides of most things whenever I come. I'm kind of used to it because a lot of people are very much down these days, including myself, and I think it helps to remind yourself with logic and a little bit of an optimistic lookout to get yourself back on track, in my opinion. Sometimes there isn't really an optimistic lookout, but I try to do my best, yeah. That's one of the things I want to do with my streams, to just have a chill hangout that helps people get their minds off things and to vibe, in a sense.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Huh.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Alright.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Interesting that it's called U4 size in English. In Austria we are calling it A4 size. Well, maybe that's something that they changed over the years. I don't know if they're still calling it U4 size in these days. But since this game is playing in the 50s, I think. Back to the rest of no shake.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Uh-huh.
And something small inside? Light, made of paper or cardboard? Or dried flowers, perhaps?
Let's peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's pain in there, if you want some. That much you know.
How will I open it?
With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Alright, let's find out.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Slide the drawer open. Yes, no, I've committed now. I do want to know.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
And inside we find
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Huh. Pick up the ticket.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Interesting.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Let's just open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand.
Oh, are we finding out why we've plunged ourselves into a drunk stupor?
Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let's go.
Okay, so here is a crucial moment. Does Hobocop try to find out about its past, or does Hobocop no longer give any shit? You know what? Hobocop no longer cares, for Hobocop only sees the future. He's gonna trailblaze ahead and leave the past behind.
No, don't throw away the baggie. There's dust on the drug baggie. It's not good, but at least it's some kind of way to be together.
Nope.
Just like that, the wind picks it from your fingers. Cold, they let go. The wax paper rustles, a whisper light and low. Then a sudden gust raises the postcard to the drizzle grey sky above. Away from
Give
you.
me a second, I'll just open the ledgers real quick. Getting a little dark in here. There we go, that should help. Little brighter now.
A small piece of paper dances above Martinez, above slow waves crashing the shore, and the war-torn houses, and the new bâtiments devant alike. Above you, looking up to the grey sky, with your hair greasy and wet, and above the distant streets and the 881, even above the old fish market and the church. Its material existence is lost. This great city will pocket it for you. For your own sake, forget about it.
I do wonder.
Synapses can be rerouted. The mind takes a new shape.
Oh?
The wind carries the keepsake away from you. To the southwest, the pale violet dot disappears.
Look at the letter again.
The ledger of oblivion-induced mental health is just as shabby as the damaged ledger was. A bunch of sodden papers sags from the clipboard in your hand.
Can I read the case file now? Wait.
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Alright, so much for that. Slide the hidden drawer.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, it's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline.
Oh. Smell the letter?
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Well, in German we would say schmockig.
You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Shut up, nose. I don't need your help. I don't need anyone's help.
Your nose does not understand what it did wrong.
Oh god, I love this game's humor. Okay, let's just put it away. So, I think, let's see. Hey, we're a pretty good hobo cop already. 83% hobo cop. So, and we could level up again, I think. So, the question is, what would we want to level up? Let the body take control, threaten people. Ooh, that does sound useful. Well then, I did want to talk to Kuno, didn't I? Well, want to talk to Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The boy turned to you. He does not care. The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Wait, you had the armor though?
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea, you know how expensive that shit was?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
More like a fucking inbred, but we are losing track of the actual topic.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Who do you mean troubadour?
Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows? So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking okay. Gotta have a gimp for rock practice.
Don't ask the pigs for permission, Kuno. Don't ask the pigs for shit.
Do you know how he got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where did you go?
I don't know. Some fucking...
He looks around, trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Where is Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
There are concussions all over his body. Do you do that? I mean, we know that he did that. Have you seen anyone suspicious
Just a couple
around
of
here?
pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
A bit later. Right now, let's talk about something
You're
else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
And you're testing mine, kid.
Get lost.
You care about the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
This dead man's clothes were in a trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in investigation. Someone may have seen tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
F-A-L-N? Do I know these letters? Sounds like I should know. Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
These are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Fucking hell, Savior Fair. Not right now.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
No, cool. No. Wait, I asked you what happened about his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
No, cool. You don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating and I already have pants.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
There's also... Nah, the Max not going to lead anywhere. Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
whatever.
leave it.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay,
Kuno
well.
doesn't fucking care.
Whoops, so much for that. Honest answer, I kind of hoped we would be able to smack the boy, because I know there is the option sometimes, but apparently he did not piss me off enough this time around.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Which was it that killed you then? Love or communism? Ah, the age-old question.
Huh?
You said love killed you, but when you fell down you said it was communism.
You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
Interesting. So communism killed you, love did you in, so doing you in does not mean killing you.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field
Ow!
autopsy is.
Ah, too bright.
You've done 100 of them.
Ah! Way too bright. Okay, that's better. You can see my face again. Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I'll take it like a man.
And hygienically?
Yes!
I suggest I handle the physical part of the autopsy, and you take notes.
Well, just fill it in, alright? Show him the red. Fill up the form in your letter.
That's right.
Open ledger at the field autopsy
The
form.
dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Begin. Assistant.
That's you.
Only the first question and already I don't know the answer.
Not an energetic start to an autopsy, I agree.
Pig's messed up. Kuno feels pity.
Just
Shut
leave
up,
it
Kuno.
empty, officer.
Let's leave
The
it empty.
corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57.
Alright.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA. Roughly 50.
Roughly
The
50.
corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
I don't know. I would not eat this meat on a hook anymore. Not necessarily because it is human. I mean, also because it is human meat, but I think the rotting process would probably kind of stifle my appetite.
Teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
I'm definitely not going to take input from Kuno or his little side hoe, so male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Right, alright.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway? You know what? No, I will try to play it cool as always. Agreed? No
A
treatment.
silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
we should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
Turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Fucking cool.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I like that the narrator is describing it as a thing. Write it
The
down.
boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Glorious.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I don't really see a reason to touch his hair, so let's write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Yeah, Kuno, I think you don't know what you're talking about.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
What the fuck? What does the kid think velocity
In
is?
addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Right down, but a man for high velocity. No, we're not gonna give Kuno that.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces for a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Let's go get him.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
The lieutenant gets up and brushes his pants. Alright. I mean, we are getting there. I'm making way more progress in this game than I ever did before, so that's a good thing. Also, I think... nope, nothing there. Oh, we're almost done with the Hobo opening. I still don't know what this was. Plus empathy towards Kim. No. Hobocop needs no empathy. Hobocop needs nobody. So, where is that toolbox I keep hearing about?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Right. Let's do this before I forget.
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl.
Alright.
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Well, time to open the headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I need to stand in front of the machine now. Gotcha. There
As
we
you
go.
hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kinema's headlights.
Where are we on this?
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects
Right
it.
here.
He says his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Look at the shimmering street
The
grid.
rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Continue.
In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime. 2 men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Oh, what a phrasing.
Ah, Martinez.
Okay,
Let me see. Right here. Oh,
all of them, worse. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next
The
one?
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
Alright.
As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times.
Seems like something I've done before. Nah, must be muscle spasm.
A memory, an echo in the recesses of your amygdala.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
Getting charged by my own physical instrument.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Got drunk like a megastar?
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
I thought there'd be more.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Oh. So right now we are in... Okay, wait. 18 years and 200 cases. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're definitely up there then. Haha, we were a good cop after all. So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
Oh no, what's now?
You know the answer already. The tingle in your index finger gave it away.
Those are my confirmed kills, 3 of them.
That's right. How did you know?
Because I feel like a killer.
That's right. A killer of humans.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He'd say is declining to elaborate. How do you handle this?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs and alcohol.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Alright, interesting. What do we have here?
Hobocop.
Hey, we've internalized the Hobocop. Jesus Christ, that artwork.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon. Then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Aha! So, learning cap for Shivers raised to 6. Oh. Well, we are a Hobocop now. You know what? Let's just start the aces high. Why not? Kim has been so far, he has been pretty good to us. And even a Hobocop needs someone.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
Yes.
This is
Oh,
precinct
no,
57.
please.
How may I assist you? 57.
In the cabin,
I
you
need a
see
toolbox.
a metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Calling out all those men out there.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools.
I
But
think
what
I
can
need...
you do? Work is work.
I think I need the rubber handled chain cutters, nothing
The
else.
handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Push in the pull-out
The
toolbox.
pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Okay, while I'm looking at what's this machine now, it would be a little late to wonder about what a car is now. Okay, let's see if we can get that belt off finally. If we can steal those boots after all. No, only when Kim's asleep, we know that much. There we go. Wait. There we go.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Now that we have the chain cutter, let's cut the belt.
Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
Oh, I'm cutting.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Okay, I'm not going to interact with whatever Kuno wants there. Let's cut the belt off.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red grove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I don't know why I would do extra inspect that genitalia. Let's just write it down, move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
There's the body of a soldier, a mercenary.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
Takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. I think I'm just going to leave him work alone.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
It don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
I don't think you know how checking anyone off works.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like throwing up. Straight in that mouth.
You.
No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Interesting that I don't even have to do a roll there, but I guess my pain threshold just does this automatically.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
The lieutenant repeats impatiently. Let go of the jaw. The mouth snaps shut before you.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why, don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
That's it?
That's it. Same for toxicology and serology. And
Alright.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field in the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly. Write it down. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write it down.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
At low velocity, Kuno.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Alright, approach leg mark, encircling the neck with a cap on the neck measuring. So do we think he got killed by hanging? Or do we think he was hung there post-mortem? Non-fatal post-mortem. The lieutenant falls silently abruptly.
Why do you say that?
I'm serious. I don't think this is what this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this would have tied his hands when marching him to the gallows.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being.
Aha!
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Hey, got another skill point. First, how did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say?
I will be done soon.
Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Alright.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Perhaps a drink is in order. Later, I mean.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
But now...
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy of the autopsy.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse
You
again.
tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
You know what? Why not?
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look at his fingernails like Kim already
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them.
Do you think we missed something?
No, let's just leave it to the processing
I
guys.
worked as one of those processing guys for a year. They are butchers and clowns. I once saw 20 CODs go misidentified in 1 week. Chances are slim to none that they'll find anything useful.
Nothing to worry about. Oh, I thought you wanted to tell me something.
In short, you and I are the last line of detection. If you're not sure we got everything, we need to look again. And for that, we need to refrigerate the corpse.
Okay, well, we don't have had a bridge for the
It
body.
would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Alright, I guess we're looking for a fridge then. Okay, but not necessarily today anymore. I think this is... Oh, wait.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Rivershore. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
Alright, okay, so that's another problem for next time around. And save game. Saving and save, I think. So, back to the main. Wait. And let's just be very certain and quick save as well. Can't save too many times. And back out to the main menu. So, that's it for the day. We've been going for roughly 3 hours. It's roughly 10 PM in Austria right now. And I think we are good to go for the day. So, thank you all for joining me as always. It was fun, I'm happy that we're finally getting around to playing Disco Elysium, or rather that I am finally getting around to playing Disco Elysium. Because it's a game I've always been interested in, but I always kind of lost my drive or focus very soon after starting the game. So hopefully streaming will keep me concentrated a little while longer. And yeah, that's probably it for the day. Until next time at this point, bye!